Okay, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ito pong muli si SHAINE dito po sa Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. Muli po nagbabalik sa inyo. At ang topic po natin ngayong gabi ay tungkol sa reincarnation. And I hope sana po magustuhan po ninyo ang topic po natin ngayon dito sa Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. And bago po tayo magpatuloy sa ating pong topic ngayong gabi, akin pong sinasabi po sa inyo na tayo po ay naka-live stream dito sa via StreamYard and sabay-sabay po yan. Live streaming po tayo sa FB pages po ng The Philippine Event News TV, Global Pinas Online TV Channel 168, and of course dito sa Sovereign Channel, Channel 911, and dito po sa FB page ng Multo, Kababalaghan at Elemento. And of course, sa YouTube channel po ng Sovereign PH Channel 911 and sa YouTube channel ng The Philippine Event News TV. Like and subscribe lang po tayo. Mag-like po tayo dito sa ating FB page. Share po natin po itong kaalaman nito about sa reincarnation. And of course, dito sa YouTube channel po natin na pwede po natin i-subscribe, click sa notification bell, and para lagi po tayong updated sa lahat ng mga bagong programa na inilalabas po natin dito sa Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. Ito pong muli si SHAINE, host ninyo dito sa Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. At ngayong gabi ay tatalakayin po natin ang tungkol sa reincarnation. Ito po ba ito totoo o katang isip lamang o ito po ba ay kwentong bayan lamang? Okay? So, samahan po ninyo ako dito sa Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. May 1 oras po tayong magtatalakay tungkol po dito sa reincarnation. So, base po sa aking research about sa reincarnation, sinasabi po dito na ang reincarnation, ito ay isang belief ng Hinduism or Buddhism. Okay? At sinasabi rin dito na ang reincarnation ay ang muling pagkakatawang tao na kilala rin bilang muling pagsilang o paglipat ng isang konsepto ng pilosopiko o religyoso na ang di-pisikal na kakayahan ng isang nabubuhay na nilalang ay ang nagsisimula ng isang bagong buhay sa isang bagong katauhan. Okay? At sinasabi dito, ito ay sa bawat iba't ibang physical na anyo o katawan pagkatapos ng biological na pagkamatay. So, ibig sabihin nito is pag namatay ang isang tao, pwede siyang lumipat sa isang bagong katauhan or let's say doon pa lang sa womb ng isang mother, ay pwedeng lumipat ang kanyang kaluluwa at mabuhay siyang muli. Okay? At ang pagkabuhay na muli na ito ay isang tulad na proseso na naiisip ng ilang mga relihiyon kung saan ang isang kaluluwa ng nabubuhay ay muli sa parehong katawan o kaya sa karamihan ng mga paniniwala na kinakasangkutan. Okay, rather, kinakasangkutan. Okay, guys? Nang muling pagkakatawang tao, ang kaluluwa ay nakikita bilang walang kamatayan at ang tanging bagay na nagiging masisira ay ang katawan. So, ito yung pagkamatay at ang kaluluwa. Pagkamatay ito ng ating katawan at ang kaluluwa natin ay lilipat sa ibang bagong sanggol or hayop upang mabuhay na muli. So, ang terminong ito ay sinasabing transmigration ay nangangahulugan. Okay guys, nabubulol ako. Ay nangangahulugang pagpasa ng kaluluwa mula sa isang katawan patungo sa isa pang pagkamatay. So ibig sabihin from one person to another pero of different katauhan ito. Okay? So yun ang ibig sabihin ng reincarnation. And actually guys, may nai-prepare akong video para sa inyo para dito nga po sa reincarnation. At of course, sa lahat po ng gusto pong mag-comment dito po sa ating comment section, ay pwede po tayo mag-comment. And of course, kanina medyo inulit ko lang itong ating programa kasi nagkaroon tayo ng technical problem. And merong nag-message sa atin kanina. Okay, babasahin ko lang. Ito ay galing kay Lola Tiong na sinasabi dito sa kanyang message sa comment section na pagkatawang tao at pagkabuhay muli ng dati mong katauhan sa panibagong katawan. Yes, that's the meaning of reincarnation. And ito pa, Of course, hindi nga 'to pinapaniwalaan sa Bible at walang nakasaad na reincarnation sa Bible. Tama 'yan, Lola Tiong. So, um, talagang hindi sinasabi sa Bible na meron tayong, reincarnation. Pero ang sabi niya dito, sabi ni Lola Tiong, pero ang muling pagkabuhay ay naroon, nakatala sa Bible, yun po yun. Okay. So muling pagkabuhay, ibig sabihin yung espiritu hindi namamatay at tayo ay aakyat sa langit upang tanggapin ang final judgment ng ating Panginoong Hesus. Okay? So yun yung nakasaad sa Bible. At sinasabi nga na ito ay paniniwala, ang reincarnation ay paniniwala ng Hinduism o ng Buddhism. Okay? So ito rin, ito ipapakita ko lang sa inyo sa isa sa mga na research ko. Ito, about reincarnation. Sinasabi rin dito, okay, medyo mabagal lang ang ating net. Ito na naman tayo. Okay, so, medyo mabagal ang net natin. Yeah. Pero anyway, so yan, babasahin ko na lang, okay? Anyway, babasahin ko na lang at medyo mabagal ang net natin. Hindi ko na lang ipapakita, okay? Though ito is nakasaad dito na tanggalin na lang natin, okay? So nakasaad dito sa base dun sa about reincarnation, the moment you die, the soul immediately enters another womb. Okay? So ibig sabihin kapag namatay ang isang tao, pwede tayong mag-transfer from another womb or another, kumbaga another buhay, 'di ba? So hahanap ang ating kaluluwa kung let's say siguro maaring meron tayong unfinished business. Maaring meron pa tayong gustong gawin dito sa mundong 'to na hindi natin nagawa nung nabubuhay pa tayo sa dati nating katawan. Kaya kailangan nating reincarnate upang ipagpatuloy ang ating misyon dito sa ating mundo. Pero siyempre, si Lord lang naman ang nakakaalam nun, di ba? Siya lang ang nakakaalam regarding dito sa ating, kumbaga, faith dito sa ating mundo. Bakit hanggang dito na lang ang ating buhay, di ba? Bakit kailangan nating mamatay at mabuhay na muli? So ako, on my opinion, naniniwala ako sa reincarnation. Bakit? Even myself, na-experience ko na meron akong mga lugar na hindi ko pa napupuntahan, pero parang familiar na yun sa akin. Familiar na yung lugar na yun sa akin. And there are times din, may mga panaginip ako na yung panaginip na yun ay, kumbaga, parang nangyari na sa akin, pero panaginip lang yun. Pero yung feeling mo, yung lugar kung saan mo nakita yun sa panaginip, ay parang familiar at parang nangyari na sa aking buhay. Okay? So, I'm sure na ako ay isang product ng isang reincarnation din. And dun sa isang psychic na nakausap ko before, na ako daw, kasi kinuha niya yung aking complete name at birthday, na ako daw ay may pang 5, imagine 5 buhay ko na daw ito. So 5 buhay ko na ito dito sa mundong 'to. So ibig sabihin naka-5 reincarnate na ako sa iba't ibang katauhan. And before daw ay nakatira daw ako sa bansang Greece. 'Yun ang natatandaan ko na sinabi niya sa akin na 'yun nga na nag-reincarnate na ako before. So and of course, yung mapapansin mo din, 'di ba? Pag meron tayong mga balat, like for example, yung isang anak ko, may balat siya dito. Okay, at saka may balat siya dito sa tiyan. And yun nga mapapansin mo, yung balat na yun, yung parang is like tusok, parang sinaksak at saka dito sa tiyan niya, parang sinaksak na medyo yung kumbaga balat na hindi naman ganun kaitim pero medyo brownish siya. So makikita mo yun yung parang traumatic experience niya dun sa kanyang past life. So naniniwala ako dun guys na lahat ng mga taong may balat, yun ay experience nila sa kanilang past life. Pwedeng nasaksak sila, na-aksidente sila, nasugatan sila at yun ang naging dahilan ng kanilang kamatayan. Kaya kung bakit meron silang pananda or let's say tanda ng kanilang pagkamatay o kaya pagkasugat at hindi yun nawawala pag siya ay nabuhay na muli. Okay, kaya yung anak ko, yung pangalawa kong anak, I'm sure na reincarnation din yun kasi makikita mo yung kanyang balat andito. Hindi nga lang siya, dalawang balat niya, isa dito at saka isa dito sa tiyan. Hindi nga lang siya nagsasabi sa akin na meron siyang mga kakaibang experience na nakikita na parang katulad ko rin na sa panaginip, minsan may makikita akong mga lugar o mga tao na hindi ko naman kilala pero parang feeling ko kilala ko sila. Pero hindi ko sila kilala, hindi ko sila na kumbaga hindi ko sila kilala sa real life pero dun sa panaginip kilala ko sila. Feeling ko na matagal ko silang kakilala. So ibig sabihin merong connection 'yon sa iyong panaginip at yung iyong past life. Okay? So sinasabi rin dito na ang past life usually kasi like for example, 'di ba may dun sa video ipapakita ko sa inyo, there are times na yung anak mo ay may in relation din sa dati mong buhay na like for example, yung anak mo tatay mo pala before. Example na lang mga guys, ha? Kumbaga parang nakakatakot o kumbaga totoo ba 'yun? Totoo bang nag-e-exist ito? Like for example, yung sa eldest kong anak. Okay, yung eldest kong anak na lalaki. Kasi product siya ng early marriage. Okay, so nag-asawa ako ng maaga pa. And that time, natatandaan ko nung buhay pa ang father ko, sinasabi niya sa akin na never kang mag-aasawa ng maaga. Yun ang ayaw ko. Never na never kang magbo-boyfriend ng maaga at mag-aasawa ng maaga at magbubuntis ka ng maaga nang wala sa panahon. Yan ang palaging bili ng father ko bago siya mamatay. Then, nagkataon na hindi ko sinasadya, nagkataon na nagkaroon ako ng kumbaga early marriage. Nabuntis ako nang wala sa lugar. And during that time, ilang beses ko napapanaginipan ang father ko. Okay? Ilang beses ko siya napapanaginipan na galit sa akin dahil nga dito sa nangyari sa buhay ko na nabuntis ako nang wala sa panahon. Nakapag-asawa ako nang wala sa panahon. And ramdam ko na yung kaluluwa ng father ko ay pumasok sa womb ko. Naramdam ko rin na yung eldest ko ay siya yung father ko. Okay? Nakakapangilabot guys o nakakamangha pero yun ang ramdam ko. Okay? So, hindi mo kumbaga wala tayong proof or wala tayong evidence pero since then halos gabi-gabi every now and then okay every other night napapanaginipan ko yung father ko na galit siya sa akin siguro dahil sa gusto niya akong proteksyonan or sinisisi niya ako bakit ako nag-asawa ng maaga o nagbuntis ng maaga nang wala sa panahon. And then after that, so siguro ilang series of panaginip na nakikita ko siya. And then, yun nga, parang nararamdaman ko na yung kanyang kaluluwa pumasok dito sa katauhan ng eldest son ko. And until now, may asawa na yung eldest son ko, kung paano siya mag-isip, kung paano siya bigay sa akin ng payo, yung eldest son ko, is parehong-pareho kung paano magpayo din at magsabi ng mga advices yung aking father. Okay? So parang ang nangyayari, yung eldest son ko, yun ang tatay ko. Kasi yun ang ramdam ko na alam kong nag-reincarnate yung kaluluwa ng father ko dito sa eldest son ko. Dahil sa sobrang protective niya sa akin. Okay? So isa yan sa mga, although hindi natin masabi kung totoo yan, pero syempre yung feeling mo o yung ramdam mo, pwedeng hindi magkamali 'di ba? So isa rin 'yan sa maituturing kong reincarnation. And isa pa, kapag ang isang tao, sabihin natin na kumbaga meron siyang mga unfinished business or let's say sabihin natin meron siyang mga kumbaga about love. Okay, about love na hindi natuloy. o pwede yung bumalik yung kaluluwa na yun o yung taong yun sa pamamagitan ng ibang katauhan, magre-reincarnate siya upang hanapin at ipagpatuloy yung pagmamahalan nila nung taong naiwan dito sa ating mundo. Possible yun eh. Pwede yun, possible yun. And dito sa video na i-prepare ko, ito ay tungkol sa mga kids na nanaalala nila ang kanilang past life. At natatandaan pa nila kung saan sila nakatira, kung ano ang ginagawa nila before, ano ang pagkamatay nila, paano sila, ano ang naging buhay nila before, di ba? So, yan ang ipapakita ko dito sa video. And I hope makapag-question po tayo, mga guys. And makipag-interact po tayo sa atin after this video. And before I play this video, shout out ako kay what's this? Hyretin or Zlok. I don't know, hindi ko maintindihan yung message niya, pero I think this is a foreigner. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope sana po mag-stay po kayo hanggang katapusan nitong ating programang Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. So, eto na po guys, ipapalabas ko na at mapanoorin po ninyo ang 7 kids na naka-experience at nag-istorya about their past life.
Kids who remember their past lives. The concept of reincarnation has existed for thousands of years. The idea that old souls are reborn in the new bodies is part of the Hindu and Buddhist traditions. Some insist that it's real, and that stories like the following are proof of its existence, while others insist that it's all a bunch of nonsense. Whatever you believe, these stories certainly are creepy. So let's have a look at 7 children who remember their past lives. Number 1. Past life in Hollywood. Our first story is about a boy named Ryan from Oklahoma. He began talking about his past life in Hollywood at the age of 4. A book about Hollywood triggered further memories. He saw a picture from a 1932 movie called Night After Night. He said he was friends with the man in the movie, who was an actor and spokesman for cigarette commercials. Ryan also identified his past self in the photo. A man named Marty Martin. He remembered correctly a scene that he had acted in, and details of Martin's life, such as his days of tap dancing on Broadway, his 3 younger sisters, and the color of his car. Ryan said that he liked being Ryan, but wanted to go back to his big house on the hill with a swimming pool. Every time Ryan saw the Hollywood Hills on television, he would exclaim that that's where he was from. Martin did indeed live in a huge Hollywood mansion with a pool and was well known for his love of socializing with the rich and powerful. Ryan also correctly identified more than 50 truths about Marty Martin's life, down to the fact that he was 61 years old when he died, and not 59 as stated on his death certificate. Number 2. The fighter pilot child. This is an extremely fascinating and strange story because of its reliance on a child who clearly seems to know way more than he should. At a very young age, James Leninger started narrating his love for fighter planes. Now, this sounds normal at first, since many young boys like playing with planes. However, this was different. James could go into extreme specifics of how a fighter plane worked. In fact, into so much detail that it left his parents startled by his wealth of information. Eventually, James started having nightmares in which he would picture himself dying and being shot down by a Japanese plane with a red sun on it. Not only that, he was even able to recall the name of his plane, Corsair, and the boat from which it was launched, Natoma. Both of these names were verified, along with his own alleged name in his past life, James Huston. Number 3, golf legend. At the age of 2, Hunter was watching TV with his father when a clip appeared of 13-time major golf champion Bobby Jones. Hunter turned to his dad and told him that he had been Bobby Jones when he was big, and he had demanded to be called Bobby from that moment on. His father decided to test him. So he printed off several pictures of houses, one of which was Bobby's childhood home. Hunter called all the pictures a house, except Bobby's, which he called home. At the age of 3, Hunter started taking golf lessons. And he has been likened to Bobby Jones in a style of play. He also declared from a young age that his favorite golf course was Augusta, which is the national course, home of the Masters that Bobby Jones helped establish in the 1930s. Hunter, now a little older, has won 41 out of 50 junior golf tournaments and is seen as potentially the next Tiger Woods. Or is he really the reincarnation of Bobby Jones? Number 4, screenwriter of the past. A little boy named Lee had developed an obscene fascination with Hollywood and told his parents that he worked on movies. Quizzing him on this developing obsession, Lee's parents asked if he acted in movies, to which he replied, "No, I wrote them." His family listed off movies, asking him if he wrote any of them, and he reacted positively when Gone with the Wind was mentioned. The idea that Lee was recalling the past life of Sidney Cole Howard became to seem more real when his parents realized it explained some of his behavior, such as insisting his birthday was June 26th and not June 21st. Lee would speak about his home in Hollywood and also revealed a strong interest in tractors. This made sense, since before the release of Gone with the Wind in 1939, Howard was at home on his Massachusetts farm when he went to take his tractor out of his garage to work on his property. Tragically, a hired hand left the tractor in gear, and it rolled forward, pinning him to the foundation wall of the garage and crushing him to death. Indeed, from an early age, little Lee showed an aversion to anything being near his upper body, and although interested in tractors, he was terrified by them too. Number 5, Anne Frank and Barbo Carlin. Perhaps one of the saddest stories we all remember from our childhood is Anne Frank's story. An innocent young girl writing in her diary while hiding from the Nazis in a concealed room behind a bookcase for 2 years before she was captured and transferred to a concentration camp where she died shortly after. 9 years later, a little girl named Barbo came into this world. As soon as she could speak, she started claiming that her parents were not her real parents, and that she wasn't in her real home. During that period, she had frequent nightmares in which men were breaking through the attic door. While visiting Amsterdam with her parents, Barbo was able to find Anne Frank's house without any directions or help from anyone. To the amazement of her parents, Barbara knew the inside of the house and took her parents directly to Anne's hiding place. Number 6, the village boy. This is the story of Pramod Sharma, born in India in 1944. Since his childhood, he spoke of his wife and her cooking in Moradabad, a village about 145 kilometers away from his present home. Between the ages of 3 and 4, Pramod described a business venture called Mohan Brothers, where he had worked with family members selling cookies and water. He even built miniature shops and served his family mud cookies and water. He advised his parents against eating curd and would not touch it himself. He said that he had become very ill eating it in his old life. Pramod also hated being submerged in a bath and told his parents that he had died in a bathtub. Eventually, Pramod was taken to Moradabad, and all the details of his story were corroborated. It turned out that there was a family that had run a soda and cookie shop called Mohan Brothers. They even learned of the fate of the man who owned the shop. He died in 1943, shortly after taking a bath and gorging on curd, which gave him gastrointestinal illness. Number 7, the Bear Boy. In our final story, we look at a boy named Cameron, who was born in Glasgow, Scotland, but claimed he actually belonged to the island of Bear off the coast of Scotland. Around the age of 2, he started mentioning incidents and details of his past life, including details about his black and white dog, his parents, their names, and how they had died. He talked about a white house and a beach on which planes landed. He even drew a picture of his old house by the beach. Eventually, his family took him to the island, and they found the White House near the beach. Exactly as he drew it. Remarkably, Cameron knew the house inside out, even showing them a secret entrance. The family found an old photograph of the black and white dog, along with the car that Cameron had remembered. Since his visit to Barra, Cameron talks less about his old life But he has told pals not to worry about dying because you just come back. Do you think that these and other stories about past lives are true? Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If
Okay. So, napanood po natin ang mga videos tungkol po sa ating reincarnation. Okay po. So, I hope sana po na marami po tayong natutunan, and bago po tayo magtapos, meron lang po akong babasahin, okay, na mga questions galing sa ating mga viewers. I think ito yung Yes. Ito yung mga questions na tungkol dito sa video na pinanood po ninyo. So, isa-isahin lang po natin. I think there are five questions po. Tama po ba? Okay, there are 5 questions. Babasahin ko lang po, no? What religion believes in reincarnation and karma? Ito po ay galing kay Rainier Sanchez ng Ilocos Sur. Layo mo, Rainier. So, sinasabi dito na ang ilan sa mga pangunahing paniniwala ay yung Hinduism o yung Buddhism. Ito ay kasama ng paniniwala sa isang Diyos na nangangailangang kumbaga ang ibig sabihin ay Brahma at isang paniniwala sa karma at reincarnation. So itong karma ay ang prinsipyo na sanhi at epekto na maaaring magpatuloy at maraming mga maraming mga buhay, okay? At sa anumang pag-iisip o aksyon, mabuti o masama, ay ang naiambag ng karma. So I hope na sagot ko ang iyong katanungan, Rainier Sanchez. And wait lang ha. I need to wear my sunglasses. And another questions galing kay sino ba to? Bell Banday. Bell Banday from Masbate. Saan ka sa Masbate, Bell? Ang tanong niya is, what religion believes in heaven and reincarnation? Ano daw yung reliyon na naniniwala sa belief at saka sa reincarnation? So, ito ang aking kasagutan naman sa iyo, Bell Banday. Sinasabi dito na ang muling pagkakatawang tao ay isang sentral sa paniniwala ng mga relihiyon sa India, katulad ng karamihang Hinduism or Buddhism, Jainism at Saklikism, at ilang mga pagkakaiba-iba ng paganism, habang maraming mga pangkat na hindi naniniwala sa reinkarnasyon sa halip na oy naniniwala sa kabilang buhay. So, yun nga, hindi naman lahat tayo kasi naniniwala sa reincarnation. Pero may mga evidence na nagpapatunay na reincarnation is real. Okay? So, I hope nasagot ko ang iyong katanungan, Bel Banday na Masbate. And another question galing kay Gina Santos ng Novaliches. Sabi niya dito, how many lives does a human have? Okay, how many lives does a human have? So, base dito sa aking research, kasalukuyan may 7 bilyong katao ang nabubuhay ngayon at tinatantya ng populasyon sa sanggunian ng populasyon na halos 107 billion katao ang nabubuhay. At dadagdag ko na rin na how many lives does our soul have? Meron po tayong 13 lives base sa theory. So past lives, ito yung mga nakaraang buhay natin o paniniwala ng muling pagkakatawang tao muli ay ang tinutukoy na proseso ng isang kaluluwa na damdam sa iba't ibang uri o ang tinutukoy na pagkakatawang tao muli dito sa ating mundo at sa bawat oras na nabuo sa natutunan sa mga naunang buhay. Ang bawat buhay ay nagbibigay sa atin ng isang bagong pananaw upang makakita ng karanasan sa tao mula sa isang bagong anggulo. Okay, so yan yung sagot sa iyong katanungan, Gina Santos ng Novaliches. And meron pa, ilan pa ba yung question natin dito? Isa na lang. So how many souls? Ilan daw ang kaluluwa daw natin? So base dito sa ating paniniwala na ang tao ay mayroong dalawa o higit pang mga kaluluwa sa pangkalahatan. Ito ay tinatawag na kaluluwa ng katawan o buhay na kaluluwa at ang malayang kaluluwa. Ang nauna ay nauugnay sa mga pag-andar sa katawan at kamalayan kapag gising, habang ang huli ay malayang nakakapaglibot sa panahon ng pagtulog o pag-iisip ng estado. So ibig sabihin, dalawa ang ating kaluluwa. Pero ang iba, 'di ba, sinasabi na isa lang. Pero dalawa raw ang ating kaluluwa. Isang kaluluwa na ginagamit katulad ngayon, which is the reality, sa pagkilos, sa paggawa, 'di ba? At meron namang isang kaluluwa sa ating katawan na ito naman ay kumikilos kapag tayo naman ay tulog. Okay, o nahihimbing. Ito yung diwa. Yun yung sinasabi nating diwa. Okay, I hope nasagot ko ang inyong katanungan, Pierre Damancel ng San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. And kung meron pa pong gustong humabol, and of course, meron pa palang i-shoutout ako kay si Mabs. Okay, Mabs. Zebam, hello po. Sabi niya, shout out dyan. Kumusta ka na, Mabs? And I hope sana makapag-guest ka rin naman dito sa ating programang Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. And sana po lahat po tayo ay may maraming natutunan dito sa ating programa at palagi po nating subaybayan, okay, ang ating programang Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. At sana po palagi po tayong magdasal, di ba? At every time na, of course, every time na tawag dito na nagising tayo sa umaga, magpasalamat po tayo sa ating Panginoon Diyos na tayo ay buhay pa muli, di ba? Ito ay isang malaking blessings dahil sa tayo binigyan muli ng pagkakataon ni si Kristo na mabuhay muli dito sa mundong ibabaw. Okay? And sana po palagian po nating of course yung ating pamilya, 'di ba? Lagi nating mahalin habang tayo ay nabubuhay pa, especially yung ating mga anak na habang nabubuhay pa ang ating mga magulang, 'di ba? Dapat palagian natin itong mahalin, alagaan. Kasi hindi natin masasabi ang panahon na later on buhay sila ngayon, then kinabukasan patay na pala sila, 'di ba? And hindi po natin din masasabi ang buhay ng tao kung ang buhay po ng tao ay yun nga ay kumbaga hindi lahat ng panahon ay palagi tayong buhay. May time na bigla-bigla na lang kukunin tayo ni Lord, 'di ba? Kaya kailangan dapat tayo mag-ready palagi dito sa ating mundo, 'di ba? Palagi tayo mag-ready. So anytime na kuhanin tayo ni Lord ay hindi po tayo mangangamba na Lord, hindi pa ako ready. Pwede ba ako mabuhay muli? So hindi na po pwede yung ganun. Lalo na kung let's say it's your final hour, 'di ba? So anyway, maraming salamat pong muli sa inyo pong lahat, sa inyo pong panonood, sa inyo pong pakikinig. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at sa buong daigdig. Good morning nights to all of you. Good morning nights and happy weekend. Ano pa ba? Farewell to all. Goodbye and paalam po sa inyong lahat. And sana po palagi po nating magdasal, palagi po tayong humingi ng tawad sa Diyos, palagi po tayong humingi ng kumbaga thank you sa lahat ng mga blessings na nabigay ni Lord, maliit man o malaki. And palagi po tayo magsisi sa ating kasalanan, araw-araw po yan para anytime na tayo po ay kunin ni Lord, tayo po ay nakahanda na humarap po sa Kanya. And ito, hanggang dito na lang pong muli. Ito pong muli si Shaine Pe dito sa Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. And maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood at sa inyong pagsusubaybay sa ating programang Hiwaga at Kababalaghan. Sa susunod pong muli, next week, Saturday, happy weekend po sa inyong lahat. Happy weekend to all of you guys. Paalam, goodbye. Mabalos. Ano pa ba? Ano pa bang sign ng mga farewell, 'di ba? So, anyway, good morning to all of you and happy weekend to all of you guys. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.